Alright, welcome everybody back to another episode of good old Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. And if I do remember... Oh, come on, controller. What are you doing? Don't do this to me, honey. There we go. So we're gonna camp out with this young boy. Hopefully get a nice story with him, too. It's nice and late, so this is perfect time. Alright, let's see what this is all about.
Hey, traveler. Come to join my fire again? Well, I guess I know you well enough to let you set yourself down for a spell. You remember Cass and Flip? You want to hear more about my travels? Well, sure, why not? Nothing better than trading stories around the fire, and I got stories. You got any stories that are a little sad?
Oh, I feel like I have some sad stories in here. Okay, what are some, that's just spooky, man. The curse thing. This is hella sad. Yeah, let's let's go through this one. Story of the Chapman, his orchard, and his dog.
I don't usually like the sad ones, but that sure was beautiful. Thank you. Wishes come true, huh? If I had to say, it'd be great to have red beans and rice cooked with some fatty bacon. Supposed to be a Mississippi River specialty, but I ain't never had it. Hey, tell me a funny story. You seem like you still got a sense of humor.
You and your funny stories, man. What's up with that? Strange street lost in time. That's not funny, man. What's funny? That's happy, I guess. That's not funny. That's killer pigeons, I guess. Wait. About the killer pigeons, yeah, so it does update. That's interesting. Oh, and you can't tell the same story twice, right? Those aren't funny. You're not funny. Mason's lost. Man, all these are so sad. Man, I need some funny stories. I need to get some comedy, man. This is the closest to funny, I guess. And it's not even funny. It's just not bad. Let's go with it.
I don't get too much out of tales that are so cheerful. Not enough excitement for me. Freedom. Well, teacher used to talk about freedom like America was eat up with it. But the tramping kind seems to be just about the only real freedom still in supply. Ain't no freedom from an empty stomach or bad weather, unless you're rich. Hey, tell me one of those exciting stories.
Ooh, exciting. Okay, I might have one of those. You might like one of those. That's exciting? That's just like spooky, man. The Rider in the Woods. Got some adventures. This is exciting, right? A thrilling story. I mean, it's a toss-up between the fortune teller and the Rider in the Woods. I think I'm gonna go with the Rider in the Woods. I feel like Quinn would love this one. Maybe? We'll see.
Were you trying to scare me? Well, you didn't go far enough. Traps and such like. Well, one time in Fort Worth, a feller tried to take Cass and Flip away. Said a kid couldn't look out for him proper like. That they were fat in Fort Worth and they were going to the pound so that he could find him a good home. Well, before I could much argue, Flip bit the hell out of that busybody and Cass and I joined in shortly. I don't think I ever seen a fella so surprised. Guess I ain't going back to Fort Worth no more. You got any happy stories?
Happy stories. Okay, so this person is kind of opening up to me. That's kind of cool. Happy stories, man. I think I have a couple of those, maybe? The sun. No. No. Happy. I want happy. This is not happy. Man. Oh, this is happy. Hell yeah. With the girl and the strange stones and all that crap. That was pretty happy. Maybe? I mean, I would think so.
Not sure I quite follow that one. This land sure is something, ain't it? I can't wait to see it all. Tramping like I do makes me realize the land's another kind of companion. It's always with you. Maybe things are so depressed because folks lost sight of that. Hey, do you got any really thrilling stories to tell? I'm hankering for one of those.
I guess that didn't work out too well. But hey, thrilling. That's a spooky... Yeah, let's go for thrilling. I think this one's gonna be a pretty good one, maybe.
I usually like the scary stuff, but your story needed more punch, I think. Trust. Well, I figure tramps are apt to trust each other, to a point. Sure, there are backbiters out there, but it's the folks who act respectable, the so-called upstanding ones that I keep an eye on. Oh, heck, the night's over already. I sure enjoyed talking to you, but I gotta get on. I think I'll see what's happening up the road this way. The tramping life suits me just fine. Every day is a venture. With things being so depressed, folks walk around like it's the end of everything good. But it ain't. Plenty nice things to see if you know where to look.
Alright, so that's that night then. Oh my goodness, my eardrums are getting blown out from this game. Every time it kind of spooks me. Alright, so where should we head off to next? I mean, there's no real direction. I'm like, oh, I must go now. Here, this way. I guess let's just explore a little bit, right? Let's just find out where to go. That's Highway 30. Oh, hey. There's a story bit over here. I thought I got that last time. Maybe it's like random and it kind of respawns in certain places. Could be the case. The policeman in the truck in the corner... wait. Oh yeah, policeman in the truck in the corner is having a pretty wild argument with someone on the other end of the radio. No, he keeps saying, no way! He listens as the radio finishes with a wild story about a dead woman and the yellow ribbon. I swear this is what happened, the cop over the radio insists. That's when it clicks. You know the story. It's a stranger version of the story of the elegant woman in the small town, with some bits left out and replaced. Ain't true, the cop in the truck sighs. If only he knew. So that's like the same exact thing we got last episode, but it was a different story. So those things must be like procedurally generated type of dealios, which is interesting, to say the least. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, odd. That's odd how that kind of works. But hey, it's cool, I guess. Whoa. Goodbye music, I guess. Really? There's no music? Okay, whatever. I see a place over here that has a story for me, though. Oops, man, I suck at whistling. Can't even whistle in real life, actually. I've tried, I just suck at it. Alright, let's go here.
The storm swept in just before sundown, heralded by a purple sky and electricity in the air. He sought shelter alongside a grizzled farmer. All he can do is pace, muttering to himself. Can't just stay here. He looks up at you. My daughter was out down the road. He balls his fists. God, fuck this. He hauls open the door, shielding his face from the fierce dust. He runs out into the storm.
Oh, yikes. He's not having a good time. Sorry, I skipped the last one there for a second. I don't know why. Should we help him? I think we should. I think that would be pretty cool. Let's be the hero in this story.
The dust scours your skin, and razor winds whip at your clothing. You struggle for breath. The maelstrom has turned the world murky red. You don't see the farmer. You press on through the storm. You see the farmer up ahead. He's on his knees. A great, dark shape made from swirling dust looms over him. You manage no more than a cough. The dust thing engulfs the man in his body. The storm whips faster. You can't breathe. You have to get back to shelter. You make it to safety, but don't manage any sleep. The storm settles in the early hours. You find the farmer laid out in the street, his corpse a shriveled mass. He has one arm stretched out in front of him, as if to crawl.
Oh, jeez, that's brutal, man. So it took some health damage from that. Interesting. Very interesting how that works. So I'm gonna have to heal that up soon, I guess, maybe. Anyway, let's keep going on. I feel like Columbus is over there. They might have some things in the shop for me to heal back up.
The car is a lifeline, your one hope to escape the encroaching storm. It rattles along a few yards ahead of the storm front, jouncing and juddering, one pothole away from being swallowed by the choking dust. A figure clings to support straps mounted on the back. You grab the straps and haul yourself up.
"Oh,"
Shouts the woman on the back.
"a fellow observer."
She's wrapped in a scarf and aviation goggles, juggling a pen and a notebook while hanging onto the unsteady car. The dust scours your face and rips at your clothes.
"We're not done with our observations."
She threads one arm through the straps and makes another attempt to write, but it comes out illegible.
"Blast it. Get inside and take dictation, will you?"
You can just go along with it or say you're insane. I don't know. Let's just, okay, you know. You do what you want. I feel kind of safe if I'm inside, you know, maybe? I mean, storm chasers are pretty dope. I'll say that much.
You clamber through the open back window, and she hands you pen and notebook. You scribble furiously while she dictates the finer qualities of the dust and wind assaulting the car until her voice is hoarse.
"That'll do."
She bangs on the roof.
"Judith, let's go."
All right, that was interesting. Got some storm chaser action there. Lots of farming in this area. Holy guacamole. Calm down with that stuff. I do see the campfire over there. I might explore a little bit more and then kind of go to that fire and see what's up with it. Oh my goodness. Why is everything dying on me? Don't do this. Let's get the story extension first. This kindly old man sharing the shade under the bridge with you tells a few rambling stories. Some true seeming, some conspicuously less so. All true, he assures you. There's history in this place, going all the way back to Indian times. Strange stuff happens around here. Sure is, he scoffs. And then, as if to prove himself right, he launches into a story about the fishermen and the fish-calling seagulls. And this one, you know, it's the story of the seagulls and the fishermen, but wider and stranger than you remember. See then? The old man laughs. So I ain't pulling her leg. It's all true. Guess so. I heard it from you. It must be true. Story grew. Fish calling seagulls. So, can I see that? Oh, okay. So it tells you how much you know about the story with the little eye next to it. Interesting. With the killer pigeons. Okay, that's cool. I like this. I like this setup. Nice. Alright, what do you have to say? Yeah.
Deep in the fields, you come across a group of young men clearing weeds and sod from a roadside plot. Pitchforks flying, weeds dying. You almost don't notice that the dark lump beside them is a dozing boy, lying smack dab in the middle of their work. There's an odd frenzy to the way these boys are ripping the sod apart. When they notice you approaching, they jog over and stand silently between you and their sleeping comrade. The youths share nervous looks. The oldest steps forward.
Get going,"
he blurts, leveling a pitchfork at your gut. His hands are shaking. He seems serious.
Seems like they're up to shady business, maybe. Shady business. Let's, let's probe for a little bit more information, maybe. Let's get a little risky here.
You step closer, and the ringleader loses his nerve.
"He died."
He blurts.
He was sweating and crying, and he just fell over. They won't come get us with the truck till sundown.
You realize now that the sleeper's been posed. The ashy shadow on his face wasn't cast by a tree.
Yikes. So, that sucks. Hey, their friend just died and I got involved and I probably shouldn't have. But, hey, what's done is done.
She waits by the ruined mill in an overcoat 2 sizes too big.
Look, over here. Look at this.
She yells.
This only happens once every 10 years, for Christ's sake.
She grabs your hand, and you both look at the black gear rolling west to cover the sun.
Look away or look at it? I'm gonna look away, because maybe that will be a bad thing for me. I don't know. I feel like both of these are gonna be interesting choices, maybe.
You know it's dangerous to do that. You avert your eyes and make her do the same. She looks at you, out from under the brim of her hat, with wide eyes, deep and dark like black buttons in her brown, weathered face.
Look at her or look away? I guess let's look at her. Let's give her some, like, hey, wink wink.
The cast of shadows rises up her body. She closes her eyes and nervously kisses you. Just lightly. Her lips slightly wet and barely parted. Her hand touches your cheek. She softens, widens. The darkness blacks out you both.
Oh, that's sweet. But, like, what? I'm curious to see what was actually happening there. I'm sure there's some folklore that goes into that bad boy. Let's keep moving on here into the big city, Cincinnati. Ooh, hey. Story expansion over here. Don't mind if I do. This bar is crowded with people from every walk of life. Businessmen, young men in muddy overalls, and a crowd of girls in slinky dresses, preparing for their blood alcohol content for a night on the town. But it's the squat, sharp-eyed man in the fedora who catches your attention. He launches into a wild story about the trickster who lures humans in with magical stones. Halfway through he stops, recognizing the look on your face. You know this one. You tell him the story about the girl with the strange stones. That's it. I think you like mine more. So that's why I keep telling in my way, he says. Let's get another round. Do a competitive test on the other folks here, shall we? By the end of the night, the whole bar agrees. The new version is better. It might be because your new friend brought them all drinks. Nice. Hey, meeting some new people and making some more stories. That's sick, man. All right, let's go into Cincinnati, shall we? And let's maybe get some of something, some sandwich, ice cream, or some good old scrambled eggs. Get some protein, you know, a little bit. Nice. All right. The money went down, but hey, health went up. Let's earn some money. How about that? And then we can panhandle. Let's look for work. How about that? Doors close in your face one by one like giant dominoes. Boom, boom, boom. Bad luck today, or is it something else? Attempt pleasantries or change your outfit? Let's just change my outfit. Maybe it's the way I look. Maybe I'll just look like a piece of crap. You don't have much to change your outfit with, but you arrange various layers and tip your hat at a spunky angle. And next place, boom, yikes! That one was even more empathetic than the others. Oh, I guess that didn't work. Alright, let's do the Explorer.
The corridors of Cincinnati's music hall reverberate with the sounds of an orchestra warming up for rehearsal.
If we unbolt the light rig, we can crush them,
says a voice up ahead. No, another answers. Hiding Baldy's baton will be sufficient to stop the din.
That sounds shady. Don't know about this one.
The tuxedoed men are slightly transparent. Mustachio on the right has his arms folded. The weaselly one on the left scowls. They start at your arrival.
I'm gonna undo those bolts.
Weasel feature vanishes into thin air.
Damn it all.
Says the other man.
Oh, do they not know of my presence? It does sound pretty ghosty. Let's, be a little blunt about that, I guess. Are you ghosts?
We used to be members of the orchestra until, well, you know. Patrick doesn't care for the new blood. It seems like talent died with us, so he does his damnedest to stop them playing. But I can't allow violence against fellow artists. Help me stop him.
This is kind of odd. Are they like ghosts that are like really lonely? So they're like, hey, let's kill people. Let's get some talented people in our ghost gang. Hell yeah.
With the right tool, you can banish them from the hall. You see, no spirit can stand the sound of the purest of all instruments.
The violin or the piano? That's all the choices I get? Alright, I like me a good violin, though. That's pretty dang pure. Maybe, I don't know. Piano's older? Violin's old, too? Let's go with violin.
No.
No? Really? The banjo, that's a little, country. Maybe. If that's it, that's kind of odd.
No.
No. The piano, really?
No.
No. Well, am I gonna guess? The octo bass.
He shakes his head, exasperated.
No. The triangle. The orchestra has one, but their percussionist's a sop. He never hits it right. If you can get there, you can ensure the only thing brutalized here today is Chopin.
What the hell? The triangle is the purest instrument? Only I knew, man.
The orchestra is midway through practice. They're in dire need of it. The percussionist dozes on his stool. Everyone's oblivious to the muttering from the lighting rig.
Rush for the triangle. Just go out there and just smack that triangle, baby.
You sprint down the aisle and elbow through the incensed musicians. The percussionist falls off his stool as you clamber over his xylophone. You grab the beater and bring it down onto the triangle, eliciting a pure, resounding note. And the rafters ring with laughter. The mustachioed ghost appears next to you, doubled over, invisible to the furious orchestra.
I never thought you'd fall for that. The triangle, for God's sake. Thanks for shutting them up, though.
What an asshole. I got bamboozled, man. What the hell is up with that, man? The mischievous ghosts. Yeah. Why could I only see them? Whatever. What a bunch of losers, anyway. Alright, let's leave Cincinnati. That was a cool story. That was a little fun, wasn't it? There's a couple more stories over here. Might as well find out who these people are. Or the stories they have, I guess. Or the stories I'll create.
Here. Can you find her? His voice is soft, cooing. He's lowered himself down so that his head is level with the two blonde-topped boys next to him. Can you find Grandma? They're pulling ears of corn off stalks with uncommon gentleness.
Is Grandma a piece of corn? A little, concerning, I guess. We can approach or we can just watch. Observe from afar. I want to observe. Observe what's going on here.
There she is. He points to a specific cob. It's enormous, but otherwise unexceptional. We gave her back to the corn, and now the corn has given her back to us. One of the boys, awed, reaches out with a reverent hand to touch the cob.
Okay, what the hell? Did you kill Grandma and you buried her and grew some corn on her? Excuse me? That's kind of messed up. I'm not gonna approach them. They're probably gonna like stab me and like throw me in the cornfields. I'm not a fan of that. Let's just keep listening.
This one's not for eating. The man continues. No, this one we keep. Come on, boys. We better get home before dinner time. Harvest starts tomorrow. He turns to lead his children back towards where you're standing.
Okay. I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna be super sneaky. He's not gonna find me. No way, Jose.
He seems beatifically distracted as he gingerly carries the pristine ear of corn in one hand, never noticing you. His children tail after him. One of them, his blonde mop of hair mirroring the bright yellow maize, seems to glance at you, but not really understand what he sees. And there it is, subtle but perceptible. A patch of red spots on his face, fuzzy and fungal, like the omnipresent rust that you've seen on leaves here and there in every cornfield. Except this one, of course.
Are these like children of the corn? Literally. They're literally children of the corn. A family. Oh my goodness. That's kind of terrifying. But okay. That's fun. Wait a second. Let's move on. Corn farmer and his children. Yeah, that's not creepy at all, man. Alright. Let's keep exploring. I see the guy way down there. I might actually give him a visit.
Baby buffalo lies tangled by a fence, wire biting into its flesh. Please, it says, I must reach the sanctuary before they find me. The light here has a thin quality. Colors are oddly muted. There's a taste of something old in the air. They were hunters of my kind. I am the last born. Every year it repeats. I must run. They must chase. It is the cycle that lets my people survive. You hear hoofbeats. A ways back down the road, a cloud of dust rises. The buffalo struggles. Please, help me.
Do we free the buffalo, or do we just say, screw you, buddy, I don't want to get caught in this piece of crap. I might say screw you, buddy. As dickish as it may sound, I think I'm going to do it. He doesn't want to live. That would suck. He's just going to die. You know, delay the inevitable. I'm rationalizing at this point.
The buffalo struggles against its bonds, grunting, until it yanks one leg free, then another. It lopes away, rounding the corner of the building just as a trio of riders emerge from the dust cloud. They draw up by you. Which way you go?
Lie to them or tell them? I'm just gonna straight up tell them, like say, hey, there's the buffalo. Kill that bastard. That's so mean. I swear. I'm fine with animals. They're cool. Let's tell them though. I'm curious to see how this will turn out.
The lead rider, a smiling man with a goatee, tips his hat in thanks. The men whip their reins and charge after it. As they round the corner, you hear a sharp squeal, then echoing silence. There's a harsh chill in the air, as if something vital has left this place.
Oh, maybe I did something very, very, very wrong. Kind of regretting my decision now. I had a lot of ways that I could avoid this. It gave me a lot of options, that's for sure. But I avoided that, saving this buffalo. Interesting. Move on, I guess. The last born buffalo. Ah! I feel kind of bad now. Alright, let's see if I can hitchhike. Hello! Maybe I just keep walking. Hey! Stop for me, stop! What the? Screw you! Ugh, what a loser. Anyway, I was gonna head over here I think this will actually be the end of the episode. And next episode, I will give this guy a nice chat right next to Cleveland. I think that will be a fun thing to do. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Oh my goodness, this series is too good. Can't wait to get into this even a little bit more. But yeah, see you guys next time.